manipulated and it backfires, you should be able to charge that party. Right? It makes perfect sense. Why should you build a country for nothing and come along with rich people and credit cards, call it globalization, and it all goes to shit? It doesn't make any sense. Why should you have to be rich? You should only be $250 to run in a federal election. Right? Harper's part of the Quebec Inquiry. They all dig you around for your own dollars. They will give your donations back. You should vote for Menard Casey, who's running for Prime Minister. Me, it should only be $250 on the election deposit. It's all publicly financed, including health, until you milk it so bad that the kitty runs dry. That piggy bank in the federal government you invested is gone dry. If we don't privatize health, your kids are going to be out of school. Canadian citizens have to wait 4 hours for a doctor's appointment. You know, it's not fair, and it can change. But
in Surrey Hospital, we have to wait 8 hours.
Millionaires and multi-millionaire, billionaire oil companies and prime ministers like Harper. But the second they get in here, you pay them 170, 250 grand a year to lie to you with your own money. When the country is built on the back of union members and construction guys like that guy. And the lesser of three evils, you still end up working for him anyway. You'd be better to invest in me. The highest IQ on earth actually gets.
What about this guy? What about this guy? He's a hard worker.
Experienced poverty. You know why Justin Trudeau or Stephen Harper won't make it? But I will make it at least 5 terms probably. Once we get the money, because I'm a Canadian citizen, but I've experienced poverty. You're not going to bring back the middle class by increasing our corporate donations.
Tell us about the hockey strike, sir.
The corporate tax rate is over 11 now to 15%.
Sir, what about the hockey strike? Tell us about the hockey strike. What would you do if you were the Prime Minister? If there was a hockey strike right now, if you're the Prime Minister, what would you do?
Oh, the hockey strike, they're just trying to push ticket sales. It'll always go back. The hockey fans they're like...
You're not concerned about losing players to KHL? They're going to work in another country? Other vendors in other countries are going to make money?
Yeah. We won't lose any players, only rookies. They'll trade a couple guys and we'll get someone better, but the Canucks need someone better than... well, I think BX is pretty cool, actually, but Sedin's he's a little too cocky.
You're not worried about the KHL taking over and we're going to lose our players?
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, the minor hockey league's going to develop ticket sales, so they'll make lots of money off the fact that NHL's broken down, but it's not for that long, though.
Do you know how much money businesses make when the Vancouver Canucks play hockey in Vancouver? They make a lot of money.
Yeah, I'd say about $500,000 a day, even so, or $1 million a day.
Are you worried the city of Vancouver is going to lose money to Russian cities when the Russian cities play on their KHL day?
Oh, is that right, eh? Huh?
They stole all the NHL players.
Yeah. Huh?
They got Malkin.
Yeah?
Evander Kane's playing in Russia.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he used to play for the Giants.
Well, the Russia, yeah, pretty good. Putin bombing in the polls, but he's doing right.
Nail Yakupov is playing in Russia.
Yeah, Pavel Bure. Wayne Gretzky. Hockey hasn't been the same since...
Ilya Kovalchuk.
Yeah. Well, still, but Pavel Bure, whether you liked him or hate him, even back in the 80s, that's when I last loved hockey. Wayne Gretzky's my favorite, but when Pavel Bure went down the ice, the Russian Rocket, everyone was just the whole freaking stadium was on their hands, man.
What about Rick Tocchet?
Like that Sidney Crosby. Now they just pay people to whack him out.
What about Rick Tocchet?
I've never heard of him.
He played for the Flyers and the Penguins. Rick Tocchet.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
What about Rod Brindamore?
Never heard of him.
Jaromir Jagr.
No.
Wayne Gretzky.
Wayne Gretzky, yeah, number 99, man. My uncle actually he used to play hockey with Wayne Gretzky in Peterborough. That's where Wayne Gretzky started. He had a hockey rink in his backyard. My uncle Mac used to play with him.
If you were the Prime Minister in 1988, would you allow Wayne Gretzky to be traded to LA, or would you say, no, Peter, we're keeping him in Canada? We're keeping him in Canada. We're going to give you a couple of money here.
No, absolutely.
Give him a handout.
Corruption. We have the Lobbyist Registry Act here. I'd never let it happen.
But Pocklington had no money. That's the only way to keep Gretzky. You got to give Pocklington money, keep him happy.
Oh, still the sports. The Minister for Sports got to keep up on stuff like that, but they tend to ignore NHL. Even provincially, the sports minister. I mean, where's Justin Trudeau, the Minister of Sport, on the opposition for the Liberals on stuff like that?
What about Mark Messier?
Hey?
Mark Messier, number 11.
Yeah, he was pretty good actually. He was pretty, like I remember him. He was a good scorer, but he wasn't one of them. He was about top 3, top 5, but he was no Gretzky or Bure though.
If you were the Prime Minister, sir, would you legalize prostitution?
No, I think keeping. I'm a delegate for the Vancouver Police Board. I go to regular meetings, and the thing with that is communication for the purposes of prostitution will always be illegal, because that's how they find, like Doug Lepard and Chief Chew, that's how they find serial killers. Once they talk and they get Johns to talk, that's how you get it. But keeping a body house should be legalized. Because prostitutes, I mean, it's, you know, there's poor people have to put up with the harshest stuff, but I've seen some of those girls in the East End. They're standing, their hands are like frozen, they're swollen in the middle of the night. I mean, it's the city's actually done a pretty fantastic job to keep up. They're not body houses, but they're legalized. Like you can't do dates in them, but they've got housing like Tira Women's Society and stuff like that. The old Mar Hotel, the Hells Angels Hotel, turned into a women's society. So they got stuff like that, but I wouldn't legalize prostitution. No, it should always remain illegal.
What's your name, sir?
Menard Casey.
Menard Casey. You're running for
Prime Minister in 2014. Yeah.
So on the ballot, we're going to see your name, Bernard Casey?
Yeah, I've run for mayor twice and went provincially in the West End.
You've never run for the premier, though, eh?
Not premier, no. I got no interest in federal or provincial politics. It's boring.
I hear you, I hear you. Bernard Casey.
Yeah.
Prime Minister.
Yeah.
2014.
Yeah.
Mr. Harper, look out.
All right.
Bernard Casey's coming for you.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Good luck.